Hello and welcome. Youth, we say, are the leaders of tomorrow. But as far as the Tamil Nadu Assembly elections 2026 goes, they are the decision makers of today. Huge numbers of youth vote who every political party is wanting to target. We are here in Coimbatore at the PSG group of institutions, a leader as far as education goes, technology goes. This is a hub where Tamil Nadu perhaps earns its name when we call it Detroit of Asia, now also EV hub, manufacturing, all of this is happening in this state. And I have many first time voters as well as the voices of experience who will tell us what their thoughts are as we get into elections. First time voters, what is the excitement?
So basically, this election is every election is different. Uh, the main difference I see about this election is there is also a new player among the Dravidian parties. Also, there is also one big player, NTK. Uh, I guess,
So it is giving you more options now.
yeah, already there have been more options and extra. We have an extra party now. And also, what I think is the people and also leaders should focus on the long-term goals of Tamil Nadu. Since Tamil Nadu is already one of the well-doing sport in any aspect we take.
It's one of the progressive states with good indicators. Yeah.
Uh, so what I think is people should vote for the long-term goals and the manifestos they give. We don't have to fall for the freebies and stuff.
Very nice. So, what are your thoughts? I mean, do politicians actually tell you what they are going to do? Do you believe them, or do you think now it's time to look at new options?
In my opinion, I think that though there are many parties, this would be an election this would be a battlefield between TVK and DMK.
Is it because of the novelty of what what they are bringing in? Of course, the celebrity status, all of us know. If there is Vijay, we all want to go and see, want to go and listen to him. Of course, that brings an advantage, isn't it?
Yeah, ma'am. I think the cinematic fans would turn into an voters.
That is your idea.
So in my opinion, I want to press this points. Like basically, like the cinema field is different and the politics is different. So we should like deal like what new schemes he gonna introduce, what new stuff he gonna do, and then talking about the DMK, like which they are ruling now, they introduce a lot of schemes. They a lot of new things they did. Even they provide free laptops to the students, which is so. Which is
Really helpful.
revolutionary, revolutionary for students. And then it should be like common for everyone. Like it should be like even the lower middle class people, they should be also get access. So they should treat everyone equally. So that's my point.
So you cannot go just by the glamour of people, and you need to look at what schemes. So far, perhaps that leader that we are talking about, the actor turned politician, has not really spelled out what he's going to do. Or are you convinced he's going to do well? What are your observations?
Certainly, having Vijay as a new candidate for the central office in Tamil Nadu is a fresh breath of air because for the past few decades, the ruling party has been alternating between DMK and ADMK. And a democracy is about competition. It's about different beliefs being run by the people, right? So maybe if TVK focus more on their plans, their ambitions for the future, instead of blaming other opponents, they'd have a better chance. But right now, all the political parties are the same. They blame their opponents, they berate their opponents, instead of focusing on the issues that actually affect the daily lives of people in Tamil Nadu.
So that's become like a template. Are you disappointed with political parties, or do you at all discuss politics among friends, family?
I'm personally a supporter of NTK, which is a Naam Tamlar Katchi. Most of them will be supporting TVK because the actor Vijay, he's a celebrity, everyone will like him. But personally, I research more on what are the ideologies of the politicians, and personally, I think Seeman will be the only suitable candidate for Tamil Nadu. Why? Because he concentrates more on the Tamil ideology and Tamil Desiyam and stuffs. And he has a clear plan what to do for the next 10 years, and he has even released a book on it and during the last PM election.
So what is stopping him? You are very right that Nam Tamil Kutchi is actually increasing in its vote share, and it has been able to stand by itself, and yet he doesn't get enough to be able to form a government.
Because
Is there something wrong with people? Something wrong with the way he is doing it?
The thing is that people do not understand his way of approach. Like Seaman just shouts and just blames others, but the reality is that Seaman just does for the for the attention of people. Not all of his uh, interviews are just blaming on others and just
He has
jokes
something
and,
to
yeah,
offer.
He has something to offer. Like I have seen of like multiple interviews where where he have devised a clear plan on what he is going to do in the next
Yeah.
10 years and stuffs. And the thing is that he has even spoke about NEET. The NEET exam is conducted by a private organization. Why can't the Indian government do it and stuffs? The thing is that he cannot get enough vote share to speak it in the parliament.
Is that because of lack of money power? Lack of what?
The lack of money power and the lack of people's understanding.
So he raised some issues, saying that we are not giving options to new people, or are we now looking to give options? I don't know. So does that mean you are disappointed with older players who are here?
Actually, in my point of view, I think that even though Seaman has many plans, during the party of DMK, they have implemented many new schemes for the people. They have helped many people. So I think even though TVK has more fan base because of this face value, he acted more in movies. So many youths think TVK will, but he doesn't know what we're going to implement for the people for his benefit. He doesn't have any proper plans to
Policies he has not spelt out.
yeah, so I think even though some people don't like DMK, but their schemes are good for the people for the improvement.
And it
like-
has reached the people?
Yeah, most have reached the people. So in my personal opinion, I think so. DMK is better in that.
What is your own expectation of what a politician should do or election should do for you? Or you think it doesn't matter, our life goes on, that goes on?
No, actually, it's not separate. I think it's whatever they do, it reflects on us. So it is basically connected. So they have it. It doesn't mean TVK is a new one and we don't have to follow old methods. We have whoever comes, they should be able to take decision based on the people's perspective.
Are people getting a chance to tell what you want? Is it vote is the only way in which we speak, or is there other avenues in which people are listening to us?
Yeah, actually, people listen to the concern and the problems that are faced, but we get a solution is a big doubt.
Vijay fans here? That one. Okay. What do you like best about him? What are your? Why do you think he'll be a successful politician as well, or will he be, or will he not be?
I think he might not win this year, but with his consistency and some more bold reviews of what he has to do, I think he's addressing few of the major issues, but there are many underlying issues which has to be addressed. So if he addresses it continuously for 10 or 15 years, maybe when we reach an age of 50 or and all, how MGR was successful, I expect him to be that successful because he have lured many to get into politics and to vote, and I'm such of the lewd bait into this politics, so I think he has lured many people. If he continues doing this, like how we had last year, we had last term we had Kamal Hassan sir to come into this, but now the voice is kind of it's shunned, but we should not, he mustn't be.
and Vijay are two different kettle of tea, I guess.
Yeah, so if he is consistent he is consistent being in this politics and not getting back into cinema, as he said, I think he will be successful for sure, yeah.
What is your view? What are your concerns when you're voting, and are political parties talking that same language, or they seem like a different species altogether?
So what I see on the major happening here is that the politicians, they are blaming each other. They are blaming the other party on the whole. So the solid things that are they going to do for the masses here, that becomes like, that's actually very less what they are promising us. So they are promising many things that are against the other party. So it's just a competition. But under this, where are we standing? That's what people have to take a look at it.
This time, people are talking about women's safety, gender safety, and so on and so forth. Is that really a concern? What is the safety issue? I mean, you have good transport, you have transport. What are the concerns that young women like you will articulate, or is it very common to everyone else what they are saying? Are there specific issues that you look at?
I don't think people are safe here. We have the major issue is drug. In the DMK party rule, the drug is the major issue which has to be addressed. But I have an request for the all people here. People has to look like what is party is giving the manifesto. Like NTK, they have released a book. I want people to go through that what they are addressing. Seaman has talked more about that. They have given 50% chance to women. People are talking about 33% for women, but here now at present, NT has given 50%.
Why is he not succeeding? All that is progressive,
people
isn't
are
it? All of
the
us say we want 50% reservation.
Yes, ma'am.
We don't want corruption. We want
People are the major issue. People are not looking for the new options. They are looking only for the always the two parties, DMK or ADMK, but they are not looking for new options. I want people to look what the politicians are saying, what is their motto, their vision, mission. They have to look for that. It will support this election.
we say, Tamil Nadu is a leader for many things, isn't it? Progressively, we have done many things, but it's also a leader for Tirumangalam model, what we call, or money being used in elections. Is that a big issue? Ellar paisa vaanguranga, and therefore, do we have the right to speak, or it's okay? All of them are distributing black money, so it's okay. We take the money when they are willing to at least open their purse strings, and then do what we want to do. Is that what happens?
As you said, many are giving their black monies for votings. Everyone will get money from every parties, and at last they will decide to vote for the same traditional party which they are following for grandfather, father, and now some, I guess, youngsters are moving on from the traditional way.
I'm going to now voice of experiences. All the narrative that you have been seeing for so many years, has anything changed in this election? And what are your expectations and thoughts as you vote? All of them say politics is corrupt. Is our generation responsible for it because we never asked questions?
To stand out from the threats that we have been talking on, and I, being an academician and researcher, I personally observe a lack of political awareness among the youngsters in recent years, and this political education, it remains in the textbook. And it has to be taught.
We don't allow them to talk politics on campuses because we are worried, concerned about wrong elements getting in.
Exactly. Like they have to be educated. They have to be given political knowledge and political awareness and political education, at least before they get into the voting rights. That's very important. That make the youngsters more powerful to whom they should vote, and so that they understand exactly what is the vote banking and how it should be avoided, and who is right, who is wrong. How these bills are getting generated or getting passed. They should have that awareness, so that what we make these youngsters more
better citizens than what we were, perhaps.
Exactly. This posterity should grow with more political awareness. As we see, Tamil Nadu, though we are in the forefront, like model states like Kerala, and they stand out for each and everything. They shout for the rights and they stand for the rights. This change has to be made among the youngsters. That's very important, I see.
What is your idea? I mean, youngsters are now getting their thing through social media. Yes. As someone who observes these kind of things, are there real concerns of whatever? You are someone who teaches them. Are we making them future ready? Are policies actually geared towards allowing our youngsters to prosper in this world?
We have been making them busy in all Facebooks, Instagrams, and whatever you call. And I think they should be attracted towards the policies. We are not at all familiarizing them with what the policies they have. Basically, they don't know.
And we don't debate it.
We don't debate it. We debate more on like what you are talking, like Vijay, how it is,
personality
all
based.
those things. They don't know what they have in hand. If they don't know what they have in hand, how they are going to grab it, or how they are going to fight for grabbing it. So I think the sensitization of the schemes, especially for education, and I personally feel that the present generation's kids, these educations are highly impacted because of the political unwillingness. Because VCs are no more VCs. It's a personal view, mine. because I personally, when we were in schools, vice chancellor was considered as a gods of the universities. So they were taking care of the entrance. There was no financial deficits for the universities, and you know the current Tamil Nadu status or any other
government. They are
states.
political. Just like a
So
governor
I
is a
think-
political
I
appointment,
think my
VCs are
personal
also.
view is education should be just kept aside of the political intrusion.
Or we all agree on a common agenda for education at least.
Yes, at least for education, because that's having a higher impact on the youth than anything else. Because they have been pushed onto the social other sorts of social medias just because they are unaware of the systems what they have. So I feel this is very important.
With your years of experience, all of us talk about progressive state of Tamil Nadu and so on. First of all, I want you to explain to us the significance of where we are standing, what that symbolizes, because a city like Coimbatore, institution like this, are centers of excellence for what could be a future of India.
We have a lot of center of excellences, even in this college, for technologies, new technologies. So whatever new technology comes, we have some center of excellence, including AI, the latest things. So, in fact, we concentrate more on technology than us. He said, we don't teach politics or policies.
But isn't that also important for youngsters?
Yeah, that's important for youngsters to know the schemes, the policies. Even the educational policy, you ask them, nobody will know what is the new educational policy currently being practiced or what has been introduced. Nobody will know because we are
Unfortunately, no one is allowed to critique it either.
Yeah, but even then, people should have some knowledge about what's happening around us on the educational policies of the government.
So is it our failing as teachers also or as adults also that we don't?
See, teachers, we follow curriculum. So
You're bound by it.
we are bound by it. So the universities, they have to be responsible for bringing in such a knowledge into the educational system.
But are the right issues being spoken about during elections? Or
No,
do
see,
they remain
elections,
insulated from?
I normally consider elections as a number game. Okay, so that's why we have a lot of Kutani and things like that. So otherwise, alliances are there just because of the number game. Okay, so that's see, you have heard about the Upma case in messes. No, people were not happy about Upma being served every day, so they asked for a poll, and some 6 people said biryani, 6 people said this thing like that, and then 7 people said Upma. So that was the majority, and Upma became the thing again. So it's more number game than with policies or things like that. People don't understand what policies are good for them and what's, all the freebies and schemes attract people more than
And then people
anything
feel
else.
obliged to vote for whoever. Does that happen? I mean, psychologically, we all say, okay, let's take from everyone. Anna, somebody does us a favor, you feel, seri, avrike pottu pola enna difference irukku?
So what I felt is, for time being, some people are doing and attracting peoples, but there should be a consistency. So if someone is coming for the first time and they are doing it, and for the next time they are not doing it, so the consistency should be there. Like while we are traveling from home to here, we are facing a lot of issues and traveling in the roads and coming here. From the morning itself, we are getting a lot of stress in our head. So these things should be get solved.
But a free bus scheme is something that most women, I would reckon, would welcome. No?
No. They introduced 3 free buses and they have cancelled 10 buses. So
it didn't help.
Yeah. So what I want to tell is, so we love or hate, we cannot deny the fact that both DMK and ADMK made Tamil Nadu the fastest growing state in India. So we cannot deny the fact of their role in that. So instead of giving all the freebies, we ask them to improve the infrastructure, facilities. We people will improve the state. We are capable of that, and Coimbatore is
Create the ecosystem, you're saying.
Create the ecosystem. We don't want 5,000 per month, 2,000 per month, because for this, what to say, now if we get into the bus, drop in Gandhipuram, go to Crosscut Road, 1,000 rupees vanishes in just 1 hour. So please uplift the people. Do not give the freebies. please create an ecosystem, because Coimbatore is an example. Coimbatore is developed by its entrepreneurs, its educationists, and the healthcare system, everything far excellence. The Coimbatore has made itself on its own. It's because of the ecosystem we have. So you create ecosystem for all the states likewise. So you create a system, you develop a system. Yes, we are proud that Tamil Nadu is in upfront. Please make it more. Please make the ecosystem better. Don't give freebies.
Every political party says they are under pressure. அவங்க அனௌன்ஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்னா I also have to copy it, and there is no going back. Once you give something, you cannot withdraw it. If you withdraw, there will be hostility and anger.
The problem is now, earlier what people thought is, if the freebie comes, no, idu paavam, இந்த காசை தொடக்கூடாது. But now what we feel is, see, we are all justifying
we
are not getting anything. This is our tax money. Why don't we get it and put vote for whom we like? The mindset is like that. What I'm telling is, why please create an ecosystem. Take Coimbatore as an example. We developed by ourselves. So please take that as an example. Give us a good infrastructure, give a good ecosystem. We people will develop the state.
Very nice.
We don't need freebies. What we need is development of infrastructure. Like, the roads, when we go, as they rightly mentioned, like 10 minutes or destination map காமிக்குதுன்னா எங்களுக்கு அது 30 minutes ஆகுது. Then why you call like free bus நீங்கள் விட்டிங்கனாலும் அந்த டிராஃபிக்கில் அந்த பொல்யூஷனில் தான் நிற்கணும். ஸோ நோ எலெக்ஷன் மேனிஃபெஸ்டோ இஸ் ஸ்பீக்கிங் அபவுட் பொல்யூஷன் நான் ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணுறேன், உங்களுக்கு இவ்வளோ வாட்டர் வந்து நாங்கள் பைப்லைன் போடுறோன்னா வேர் இஸ் த வாட்டர், நான் இவ்வளோ க்ளீன் வாட்டர் உங்களுக்கு இவ்வளோ
I guarantee you clean safe water.
Even in the summer times we will do some solution for that. We are not reading any manifesto like that. Even if there is an election manifesto, எங்களுக்கு research we have every year we have a progress report. Why there is no progress report for the running government? We are all we are on confidence, we are voting for someone. Why they are not giving any progress report for this? See, in this last year we have done this, and there is no evaluation committee for that. Maybe after 2.5
Actually,
years
there are some politicians who have done it. I mean, if I can give an example of PTR in Madurai, he's saying, I promised this is what I delivered. You would like a progress report like that from governments?
There should be some evaluation committee to check whether the progress has been already reached to the people. நம்மால ஒரு progress report பண்ணிட்டு whether it have reached.
Yeah.
So one more thing, if we have an option like select PTR from DMK, select someone else from ADMK, select Annamalai from BJP, it will be much better.
Interestingly, BJP leader Annamalai has also graduated from this same PSG group of institutions,
but we
of
were
course.
upset that last in MP election Coimbatore failed Annamalai. We are so sad of that.
And the people gave their vote, so you cannot have an opinion.
So my opinion is the same as the others also said. The thing is, when compared to the new players like Vijay and somebody who's also coming, so they have already set a base related to the voter community.
Are people voting by caste? I mean, every person decides, every political party is deciding on the basis of caste. Youngsters எப்படி vote பண்றீங்க? Caste யோசிச்சு vote பண்றீங்களா? இல்ல.
No, I think they are not voting in that way. So that has gone already. That is a very outdated idea, I feel so. The only worry is now the current generation, they are more into this social media, and they follow some YouTube channel and they have this fan following. So that is going to be maybe short term they can get, the politicians can get some gain, but long term it has to be
But that's
thought process.
one new way of communicating, isn't it?
Yes,
இப்ப
it's a
ரோட்ல
new way.
போய் கேம்பெயின் பண்ண வேண்டியது இல்ல, சோஷியல் மீடியால போடுறாங்க.
Yes, but thing is, whether, as others also said, whether their manifesto contains the real problem what we are facing now.
That is a question.
That is a question which now I think we have to all contemplate on that, and based on that we have to vote. For example, we had, as one of my colleagues said, we had Annamalai in MP elections. So he had a very great manifestos. He had also said, whatever the DMK files and that files. But I feel only few percentage of people had really followed him, but few are not. So I think
that is the system we have, isn't it? When we say you campaign, you present yourself, what people give you the verdict, we accept it ultimately.
So that you have to accept it, yes.
Caste is not something that people are thinking about, or is it still prevalent when you are voting?
So basically, the voting should be unbiased. So whether it's caste, religion, or language, or anything it is, and I want the education system should be revamped in such a way that political science should be one of the subjects like physics, chemistry. So from the
Compulsory.
basics, so and it should be having the case studies as well, because politics is multifaceted, and every person will not have the experience in understanding the ground reality of all the people living in all the like phases of life. So he should be given trained my son is who is like 15 years old. He want to enter the political field, but I couldn't guide him. Like I'm stuck up. Like how should I guide? We don't have a systemic education to
But
guide
you think of it as an option.
Yeah.
As
but
a mother, you are
I can,
open
but-
to the idea of it as an option.
Because of the discussion we have at home, and he want like he's inspired by Kamarajar. So no leaders are there. Why should not I do that? But how I could encourage him in this place where manpower and money power and these kind of things are influencing? How can I encourage him? Because we don't have a systematic education to guide on. So I want a system which will guide the young children. So and all these things getting inspired from Kalam sir's righteousness. So if we inculcate righteousness in the younger age, so we have all the better options. All the options will be better for us.
Okay, very highbrow, very weighed in kind of opinion that the faculty have given. Now, slightly bit of a fun section. Any of you Vijay fans who's going to sing for us? I like that. What's your favorite?
I like Vijay fan.
Yes, are you a Vijay fan who's going to sing for us? I asked.
No, not sing. You want me to sing?
Whatever you want to sing. It's
No,
okay.
I am one of the Vijay fan, but currently I'm actually not liking him. I don't know why.
Okay.
Because I feel like if a new party comes up, it shouldn't be one against another party. It should be like what scheme they are bringing to the people that we are voting for. So it's not like TVK versus DMK or something like that. It should be something like what I am as a TVK member, what I'm bringing to this citizen of whatever state they belong to, and that's my opinion about it. And really, I'm very disappointed in TVK. I don't know why. Like I don't see much schemes. I don't see much.
What he's going to do.
Yeah, what he is going to do. There is no provision. There is no like.
None of you know who his team is.
Yeah.
What they are going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. So like one of the greatest fact that he would say is get whatever DMK gives or ADMK gives. But the prevalent.
He started off saying, "I'm not doing that," isn't it?
Yeah, but the prevalent fact about this is actually that whatever DMK gives or ADMK gives, it's not going to the needy fellows. Like though corruption is prevalent, the corruption like it's obvious that it's our money and we can.
Is
get
corruption an issue now at all? Because all of us generally accept that everyone seems to be corrupt, and
Yeah.
corrupt black money is in politics. Is it an issue now? Do you worry?
Obviously,
You still think it's an issue?
Yeah. Yes. It
Yeah,
is.
okay. Are we getting very regional, sub-regional, and therefore not being nationalistic enough as Tamil Nadu is being accused of, or some political parties are being accused of?
I would say that in DMK government, they are not more oriented to central support. Funding to the Tamil Nadu has been quite lesser compared to Bihar or Telangana or Andhra Pradesh, because they supported more for the general election for the Modi candidature. And I also like to quote that the black money alone is not playing a huge role in this election. Mr. CM MK Stalin has pumped more of a government money. More than 5,000 rupees for each ration card has been pumped into the people's account.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, it's definitely wrong. He put out this manifesto during his government, before he started the government. He introduced the schemes and put the money in the first year of his governance. Remaining 3 years, he stayed dormant. And in the days
Elections
where
are
the elections
coming
are
up?
coming, they pumping in more money. Coming to Vijay, Mr. Vijay, he says he completely abolishes corruption. But yesterday there was an allegation in Pondicherry. The candidature has been asked for money to getting a name in the DVK candidature to vote for to participate in the constituency. And one who gives more money, they give the candidature.
So, does it mean that, for instance, if you were a Vijay fan, after listening to something like this, you will say, no, now I will rethink?
From his entry, where he introduced his ideologies, every actions of him has been gone wrong. One who thinks very practically, a youth will never say he is going in a good way. His ideologies are like he never stick to his ideologies.
Are you worried that, for instance, Jananayagan, his own film was not released, so he didn't speak up? Is that something that worries you?
So
I mean, that he is not speaking up for himself. What will he speak for something else? Or
When-
not speaking for what is right? Because anything should get a censor certificate, and you should be able to release the film, isn't it?
So when he came to politics, he said that both DMK and BJP are his ideological enemies and those things. So now, when Jananayagan has not been released, so what he should do is he should stand up and he should oppose the BJP if he thinks that BJP is involving in this. But he's afraid to speak. He has never spoken those things. And one more thing that I want to add upon him is he said that both UP and Bihar gets a lot of share. See, they are underdeveloped, and Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana is developing country. So as a central government point of view, I would spend much of money to UP and Bihar rather than Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And look at their population. It is nearly 20 plus 20. They have 40 crores, 120 constituents in both the state. So, and answering to your question, see, both the parties give out money. They give free things. But what do people do is they get both them and then vote for them whoever they want. So that is common, and corruption is not an issue actually in Tamil Nadu. What I want to put up is arithmetically who can win. AIDMK has proven 22% of the vote base in the last parliament election without a prime minister candidate. Annamalai has proven 11% of vote base for the BJP. PMK has 5. TT Vidyanagaran has 2. Sum this all, it comes nearly 40.
Unfortunately, politics is not just arithmetic; it's also chemistry.
Yeah, it's definitely. But what I'm saying is, in a four-corner election, when one alliance can put up nearly 40% of the vote base, then definitely AIDMK chief EPS has an edge over other parties. And one more thing I want to add up is, take TVK Vijay. He is likely to be contested in Perambalur, TVK Anand, and then Adhavarjuna. So everyone are contesting in Chennai. Chennai is a fortress of DMK. So when they split votes, definitely it will be an added advantage to the ADMK.
So you are observing politics very closely and following the arithmetic as well. Young voices that we needed to get. First time voter again, and excited?
Yes, I'm also a first time voter, and it is more of like, who to vote, because there's a lot of factors involved here where family is all, relatives and all. So I try to gather their opinions. But I find that most when we find from social media and all, they're very opinionated, very biased, or like they have this maybe a personal grudge against another party. So they might try to influence that on us, saying like that. So I feel like it's more.
But do you think you have a powerful tool in your hand that can make a difference?
Yes, but coming social media also, we have a lot of reels, and now when you scroll through it is all very opinionated, I find out. So to go to and actually watch these party elections, or like the speakers themselves speak or what they have to offer to us, I feel like that's very important and something.
All of you follow memes? And is that a good way of communication? Because it's, after all, sending across, of course you're mocking people, you're ridiculing them, but it's also a fun way of engaging. Otherwise, who wants to engage with long speeches, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true too. But yeah.
As she said, nowadays, like us youngsters, we are more into social media platforms, and we get to know all the information through social media. So if one party, like through these memes, they might create some rumors, and like because of this, we people might get influenced because of that, and we like it's hard for us to decide on one particular decision whom to vote for. So our options and the opinions might change day by day. That's what I think.
According to me, social media, along with social media, we have a lot more resources now through which we can understand who is doing what work, how much are they contributing, how much is just fame and how much is real contribution.
Do we as youngsters actually engage, or any voters, are we actually engaging, or that is something that goes on
I think
kind of...
as Gen Zs, it's high time that we rationally compare who's actually working, who's actually contributing, and not just running behind fame, glamour, and what everyone is crazy about. We must really sit and compare what is happening, how other states have progressed versus how Tamil Nadu is progressing, understand what's really important for us, and then make a conscious decision.
What do you think is the main election issue? Do elections matter? Elections say vanda yaro orthala incharge potrலாம். Let's not have elections at all.
No, ma'am, we can't really do like this. Whoever wins, there is an increase of freebies. For the past years, from TV, mixies and buses also free, and simultaneously the prices of everything kept increasing. So my suggestion is to reduce the And free base is also helpful for a lot of the peoples who are come from very lower classes, and it is helpful for all school kids to go to the places and everything. But it should
Nutritious
be,
meal.
yeah, but it should be in a limit, ma'am, because it is kept increasing, and it is also like we have to have some money to have other plans
For
by
development.
increasing freebies. We spend more money onto that.
Any closing thoughts? Yes, final.
For more than half a century,
Huh.
we have been seeing the same parties being ruled. We Tamilans should provide an opportunity for new parties. Only then we could judge a party. And we should not entertain others to influence our vote. We should have the right own knowledge about whom to vote. Thank you.
Okay. I hope that was not some kind of a surrogate advertising though. But any other closing thoughts that anyone wants to finish? We started with you. You wanted to say something, ma'am. We ended up.
I wanted to add on to her point, because if AI era and all these education things concerns her when she's actually a student of PSG, but think about the students who are actually studying in government schools. Obviously, don't like talking about nutrition food. Like we got to know recent news is where people were not provided, students were not provided with good food and all, and there are cases prevalent that teachers actually market students or make them work as servants, and all those things happen. And obviously, how many government teachers actually make their children study in a government school? That's still a question mark. So if government teachers are actually ready to make their children study in a government school, that is the day when this education system will improve.
Okay. Thank you so much for that comment. It's not just the government teachers, perhaps the politicians will have to start making their things. So thank you so much for participating in this discussion and giving us those insights. So certainly a very vibrant community of first-time voters, youngsters and experience with suggestions which perhaps politicians need to give an ear to, political parties need to listen to, so that we are able to frame a better manifesto and go into elections with the idea that we will vote the party and the leader who is best serving the interests of the state and the nation. In Coimbatore, with camera person Paul Raj, Uma Sudhir for Decoder.